Tonight, the search is over for that missing plane in South Washington County. After hours, it is located by just one of the helicopters searching. Tonight, we continue to get updates by the minute. In our team coverage, we'll tell you why it took 3 hours of searching with multiple crews to find that crashed plane. From our Sky 5, we show you how wooded that area is, plus the way the pilot's phone helped search crews find the wreckage.
Someone called and said they thought what they heard was a plane crashing. They heard the plane sputter and then a loud bang.
New tonight, crews on scene just confirming with 5 News the pilot was found dead in the wreckage near Winslow. That plane located just before 4 o'clock this afternoon. Tonight, we do have team coverage from the command post and near that location where the plane was located just about an hour ago. Now, we have been on the scene since moments after we first told you about the call of a crashed plane that went out. This is the area that the plane went missing, was found after 3 hours of searching this afternoon. It's near Winslow and Brentwood in the mountains there. We start our team coverage with 5 News reporter Catherine Gilker. Catherine.
We're at the Oak Grove Cemetery, which served as a command center. There were more than a dozen emergency response vehicles here earlier, but they've all since left. We do know now that the plane and the pilot have been located and that the pilot has died. The pilot was the only person on board. The Washington County Sheriff's Office says it was just after 12:30 when the pilot's phone pinged over Miller Road, which isn't far from where they set up their command post. The Washington County Sheriff's Office, along with state police, Fayetteville and West Fork fire departments were searching the area. Central EMS was also on scene along with the Department of Emergency Management. Helicopters from Mercy, the Benton County Sheriff's Office, and a Black Hawk from Fort Chaffee were all searching the area. Moments ago, we heard from a Fayetteville fire captain who's also a deputy coordinator with the Washington County Emergency Management.
Possibly.
Oh, it's very sad. The person perished in the crash, so obviously very sad.
The scene is not too far from where we are, and the Washington County Sheriff's Office is still there waiting for the FAA, and the NTSB to get on scene to start their investigation. I'm live in Washington County covering News Where You Live. Catherine Gilker, 5 News.
All right, Catherine, thanks. We have the audio clip of the call to respond to that plane crash that happened about 10 till noon or 10 till 1 this afternoon. Take a listen.
Medic for Boston Mountain First Responders and USAR airplane crash, the area of 17677 Brentwood Mountain. We had 2 callers state that they heard what they thought was a plane crash west of the residence. That's all the information we have.
Just going to advise you that I did confirm with Razorback Approach. They were one of the callers. Appears to be from the tail number they had a King Air, possible 12 passenger potential, by number of seats, unknown souls on board, and they were one of the callers.
Of course, now we know that one person was on the plane. It was the pilot, found dead this afternoon. 5 News reporter Michael Wilson is actually following the rescue convoy to where that crash site was found. Michael, what are you seeing, and has anything else happened since the last time we talked?
Well, Darren, since last time we spoke, we did try to follow Washington County crews to see where they are going to find where they did find the wreckage. However, we've been seeing them pull up along this road. They've been driving back and forth here. I know earlier that Catherine mentioned the FAA will arrive on scene. When they do arrive on scene, we know that they will be actually taking over this investigation. They'll be the ones to actually remove some of that plane wreckage from the area. But when I tell you how they actually found it was the ground crews. They said they smelled the jet fuel, and then that kind of led them to find the plane. And right now, where I'm standing, you can see that it is a fairly rural area. You see lots of trees out here, but I want you to take a look at this video from Sky 5 just to show how rural it is and how many trees are here to show just how hard it made it for these crews to find this plane from above. I know we had Black Hawks out here as well as Mercy Lifeline searching from above, but they said that the cloudy skies really made it hard because the sun wasn't out. They were really looking for plane pieces reflecting from the ground to kind of help them lead their search, but you can see there's several trees out here. Now, They say that they did again get the call at around 12:30, and they've been looking since then. We do know that the plane was a King Air 90, which could carry up to between 8 to 10 people. However, we know that just that one pilot was on board. So there was lots of hours of them frantically searching for this plane. Again, they got called from neighbors. They also were in communication with different airports about just the altitude lowering and such, but it's been a long search out here. I've been out here since around 2 or 3 o'clock as they've been searching. We know that there were several, talk about dozens from Greenland as well as West Fork and Farmington Fire out here looking for them. But again, back here, we are kind of just looking in this rural area. It's a vast area to cover, but we've been seeing lots of Washington County as well as those first responders and law enforcement drive up and down this road. But again, a vast, very rural and dense tree area. For now, we're live here in Washington County, covering news where you live. Michael Wilson, 5 News.
All right, Micah, thanks again. Here is a look at everything we know. We first told you about this afternoon. The plane went missing over South Washington County around 12:30, 12:45 this afternoon. After 3 hours of searching, it was found. It was located by a helicopter in the general area of the Brentwood Mountains. They were able to track the plane by pinging the pilot's cell phone. The FAA says the twin-engine plane departed University Oxford Airport in Mississippi this morning. The Fayetteville Fire Department has confirmed the pilot died in the crash. FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board will now, of course, be doing the investigation. The NTSB will actually be in charge of the investigation and will provide any updates. And as we get those things confirmed tonight, we will, of course, send you a notification directly to your phone by downloading the 5 News app. On that app and our website, we have an article that has live updates as new information continues to come in by the minute.